Well, it's been a while since I recorded an update video, so I thought I would record one. Let's start one right over here next to our still unfilled moat. We still got to get this backfilled, get a little bit more insulation to put there in the corner, the far corner towards the house, but I'll talk about that a little bit more before I leave the corner. But one thing I did want to show you is how big this window is up here. That's an egress window, and we got that installed. So big problem we've noticed with the house here is that the water, our driveway seems to be the low point, and a lot of the water is running into the yard right down through here and is washing into right here. And this is all coming off the roof, so gutters, we can take care of that. But what's happening is the water is running into this area through here and then running down into this gully where the add-on was, and runs around the back corner and then right over in here and then plunges down and it floods the basement. So we've got the door frame, but just a piece of plywood there, waiting for the new door. There's no need of having the door on site yet. And I got to frame that hole up there. We do have a new window installed here and in the bathroom upstairs. This window hopefully we can get rid of in the next day or so. And then we'll start some shingle repairs on the outside, probably the end of next month, beginning of September. We'll start framing all this stuff back in on the outside. We can do that stuff while the kids have moved in, all this outside work. This here is the screened-in porch, and we've stripped the railing off the porch and all the 3/4 inch or 1/2 inch plywood that was on the floor. I think there was 2 layers of that here, so that we can gain access to insulating this floor. These are 2x12s, pressure treated, 24 on center. This will be our mechanical room. It's all going to be right through this one narrow chase, which we're going to stuff the bottom of with probably 3 inches of insulation. Will give us enough room to get all the wires, all the heating and plumbing out of here, and then we'll insulate these cavities here fully with insulation, and we're going to put insulation up against the foundation and then put cement board and insulation to the ground out here to keep the air from getting underneath of it. So hopefully we can get this kind of figured out maybe this weekend. Then this window comes out and will get installed in this wall that we're going to frame right here at the end of the screened-in porch. You can see where the deck boards end. That's where the wall's going to be. And on this wall here will become our mechanicals. Our furnace, natural gas, will be mounted to this wall and vent out through the side wall here. So there'll be no windows on this whole side of the porch, because we don't want any chance of CO2 stuff coming back in through an open window or something. So that is the outside, and the roof is shingled all the way to the top. Still got some staging up there to take down, and again, more repair work that needs to be done to the outside shingles on the walls. Again, we'll do that after they move in, because I can do that work on the outside without bothering anybody. Coming into the building, we have basically a big mess. Not much has changed over here. It all looks pretty much the same. The only thing that's changed here is this pile of cutoffs gets bigger and smaller all the time. I think Jolene's cleaned that out 2 or 3 times. as we cut things. So here's where the big changes have been happening. These holes still exist in the floor, and you can see the big cement piers down there. They have supporting this new PSL, pressure stranded laminated veneered post, whatever it is. And that comes all the way up to this new beam that's installed. Goes the whole way across the building. And support on either end by two cement-filled piers that again extend all the way down to a cement pier that's down there. There's the center beam, the carrying beam that goes through there, but there's a post that's on the bottom side of that beam. And this produces this area here. Really opens up the room, makes this room feel so much bigger, especially when we didn't have the cabinets installed in here. We still have the holes in the floors. We haven't taken the time to fill those, but we're working at that. Right now they're still open to allow us easy access to pull materials in and out as we work down in the basement. Right now I'm working on some plumbing issues down there, sewage, plumbing, waste plumbing issues, the PVC pipe stuff, and it makes it much easier getting in and out. So the kitchen cabinets have been moved into the kitchen just because that's a good place for me to keep them. And here's a good look at what the cabinets are going to look like. This one got opened up a little bit, but these are the cabinets, and they do have soft close cabinet doors along with all the drawers. Electrical panel, 200 amp. This is where this is going to be going, right at the base of the stairs. Devin has been tearing this stuff out. Sheetrock going up the stairs. He did a pretty good job cutting it off square there. And I got to finish it going up. That's so we can gain access to the electrical. The electrical, we've been installing all new can lights. In the kitchen, we've got 6 can lights. This space over here is actually part of the kitchen. Feels like it was a hallway before, but it's now this extra 3 feet made a huge difference in the size of this room. We've got the ceiling flattened off. That is supposedly level from one ceiling to the other. That's what the level tells me anyways. But that may need to be adjusted a little bit. It just doesn't look level. But again, the rest of the building's not level, so that really screws with your eyes. And when we figured out where that post was going to be, we found that we were 3 inches short of where the kitchen needed to be. So we ended up having to move that wall there over 3 inches, which caused some issues. The sill was rotted, and so we had to pull the sill and put down pressure treated and extend the stuff out. But we were able to get the 3 inches that we needed, properly support it, and got it installed. Hanging over the kitchen light, kitchen sink, there'll be a pendant. And coming around, there's going to be an island that's going to sit just about where that sawhorse is. There'll be an island there, and there'll be a 3 pendant light hanging from a box that we don't have installed there yet. But Devin's done a real great job getting these boxes in. They're fairly straight, in line with each other. Devin put the string up there, and then I hung a few boxes and didn't quite follow his plan to the T, but the few boxes I put up are a little bit off, but all the ones he did were right there. So we've done pretty well. Battery's almost dead in my phone, so we put up a wall here that's going into Devin's bedroom. Strip some more sheetrock to make this room wiring it a little easier and matching up that line there where they had it. It'll be less patching. Got to tear that wall out, build in some closets here, and we're making good progress. We also put a beam in at the top of this and supported all of these joists that are coming down from the ceiling with this another beam. There's really no weight on this due to the fact that there's another roof over this that connects these two buildings, and all the weight's being carried back to basically to that beam that you'll see above us and onto the other structure. So that's it. I think I got 10% left on my battery, and my phone is complaining very much so that it wants to be plugged in. So until I get a chance to record another one, that's it. But it seems like I'm having more trouble getting time to upload them. So I have been recording update videos, but just not posting them. So I promise I'll try and do that better. Have a great day, folks.